The brand new Mysa Smart Thermostat for Central HVAC is finally here, and this is one of the first looks at it based on real-world usage. Mysa promises a sleeker design, simpler setup for central heating and cooling, as well as Matter support. But is it ready to compete with Honeywell or Ecobee? I replaced this Honeywell T5 thermostat with the new Mysa Wallstat. We'll walk through installation, setup, features, and connectivity, and see if this new model is ready to deliver. Hey, I'm Robert, and Oconee Smart Homes exists to make real homes more convenient, accessible, and safe with smart home technology. We serve real customers right here in Oconee County, Georgia, but this channel is for anyone who wants to make a simpler, smarter home. A smart thermostat is one of the most essential smart home devices that you can have. Why? Because your climate is one of the most important factors of your home comfort, and a smart thermostat can manage that comfort by adjusting the temperatures at just the right time while also saving you big money on your energy bill. Because after all, your heating and cooling is probably the biggest expense in your energy bill every month. Now let's review this install. First thing we always want to do is cut the power. These wires are low voltage, so they won't shock you, but you could blow a fuse or damage your system. Then I recommend getting a picture and noting the wires. We'll actually clean this up a little bit on the new install as well. We can start removing the old base, remove that from the wall, and get ready for the new one. I actually like the Mysa here. It is larger, but the hole in the middle is bigger and makes it easier to get the wires through. And this is probably a good time to mention that this thermostat is compatible with single and two-stage conventional heating and cooling systems, heat pumps, and PTAC systems. Like most smart thermostats, this does require a C-wire to bring power to the thermostat and keep it running. So make sure you note which one is the C-wire. And use that picture to get the wires put back in their right terminals. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't love the construction here. It feels a little cheap to me. Let's see, is this satisfying? Oh boy. So I'm back, and the Mysa Smart Thermostat is finally installed and seems to be working correctly. The Mysa thermostat is slightly larger and squarer than the Honeywell T5. The LED display looks fine in low light, but can be difficult to read in brighter settings. And while the temperature numbers are clear enough, let's look at the mode indicators. They're more difficult to read. Heat, cool. I don't know. In the dark, it seems fine, but in the daylight, it's a little bit hard to read, and this could be this could just be my eyesight. This could be a number of things. You can change the temperature by tapping up or down. You can control the mode by tapping left or right. Heat, cool, off, emergency heat, fan, back to heat. And there's also a preference menu, just hold this down, where you can set your unit of measure, Fahrenheit or Celsius, your language, mine is English, and your configuration code. So here's where I ran into a bit of trouble during setup. See, the thermostat setup is based on a 3-digit code that corresponds to your HVAC wiring and configuration. Finding the right code, though, wasn't super clear. The app does walk you through the wiring and configuration and gives you the recommended code, but my first time through, it wasn't correct. After a little trial and error and working with Mysa support, I finally found the right code, but if I'm being honest, that took more trouble than it should have. Now let's talk about the app and connectivity. The Mysa thermostat connects over Wi-Fi, and that's okay. To be honest, I haven't seen a central thermostat that doesn't. Now, when it comes to the Wi-Fi, the Honeywell was not the best. I've grown accustomed to connectivity issues and the thermostat dropping off of my network, where I don't have that problem with other devices. And I will say that the Mysa has not had that problem. It connected to the network fast and has stayed connected ever since I installed it. Right now, it works in the Mysa app with Matter support coming, which means it will support Apple Home, Google, all of your favorite ecosystems. Mysa has indicated that the Matter rollout actually requires a different firmware, so I can't yet speak to what features will be exposed through Matter, but once the firmware is updated and I've had the chance to test, I'll report back. So be sure to subscribe to stick around for the updates. But in the meantime, if Matter is important to you, I would consider waiting to buy until it's ready. In Mysa's app, you can adjust the temperature, change modes, and set schedules. And Mysa has a functionality called shortcuts that's a lot like profiles for home, away, or vacation. Those shortcuts can then be triggered by a schedule or your location using geofencing. The Honeywell implementation of geofencing has been my favorite for a long time because it doesn't use set locations but offers a radius as a threshold for when you cross and come home. So you can actually set your temperature based on how far away you are from home. The benefit here is that it doesn't matter where specifically you're going or which direction. If you're going someplace quick and close to home, it doesn't have to make as big adjustments. And Mysa has decided to adopt this killer feature, making it a suitable replacement for me. Finally, there's the usage tab so you can monitor when and for how long your system runs. So there's nothing groundbreaking here, but it is a reliable thermostat and a decent app. I like to manage my climate a little bit more dynamically using schedules, locations, and seasons, and the Mysa app doesn't offer that, but as soon as I can get it into Homey or Apple Home, I'll be able to give that a try. Compared to the Honeywell T5 and other brands that I've used, the Mysa just feels simpler, both in terms of functionality as well as display. The Mysa just displays the ambient temperature, and when you tap it, the set point. And this feels like a missed opportunity considering how large the display is. And contrast that with the Honeywell, which also displays the time, the date, and the weather right on the screen. So while both thermostats handle the basics, I think the Honeywell offers a bit more of a polished experience. And the Mysa feels minimal, and that might be too minimal for some users. The Mysa Smart Thermostat retails for $159, and if you're watching early, there's a launch discount. Even better, Mysa doesn't sell subscriptions. Unlike other brands that lock features behind paywalls, Mysa keeps everything included. So that's the brand new Mysa wall thermostat. Simple design, straightforward app, and a few early quirks, but I love that Mysa is finally tackling central heating and cooling systems and bringing a brand new Matter option for the market. Yes, it still has room to grow and improve, but I have no doubt that Mysa is going to continue to iterate and develop on this device. If you've been waiting for a Matter thermostat to support your whole home, this might be the one to try. What do you think? Would you use it, or would you stick with something like Honeywell, Ecobee, or even Nest? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe and take a look at some of our other smart home reviews. We've got more coming all the time. God bless you. We'll see you next time.